Hey YouTube, it's John from Fried Circuit, and we are going to do some initial programming for the ID52A. I'm going to set up the SD card and do the initial programming. We're going to download the Icom software and set up, try to get a DV repeater set up, Zoom spot, and show you real quick on the software how to program the FM repeaters through DR mode manually. So there are several other ways you can program the radio, but specifically we're going to set up show you how to program into DR mode frequencies for FM and dB. So without further ado, let's go ahead and crack open. This is a 3D printed stand. It works for the 51 as well. So I'm going to go ahead and pop in the SD card here. It's a brand new card, so it's never been used. And probably need to put it in this way, and I'll slide in and click in. Alright, I've got the radio powered up. Alright, so we're going to go, this is the first time I've ever used this radio, so bear with me. Let me go to menu, and then I'm going to navigate to settings. I'm going to go to SD card. And this is my initial setup, so let me double check and make sure there's no other options here. Let me go ahead and format the SD card first. So I'm going to hit yes. So that way everything is set for, everything's programmed and loaded up. So we're going to let that run real quick. And apologies if you can't see that. The screen dimmed a little bit, so that may show up better on the camera that way. So there we go, while it's formatting the card. So the card has been formatted. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to save all my settings to a new file on the SD card. I'll leave it as the default. Navigate up to yes. And we are saving. This is all the factory default, or everything's going to come in there. I want to have that saved on the radio, or saved on the SD card, so if anything happens with the radio while I'm programming it, I'll have everything back to its original factory settings. So on that note, we're going to go ahead and just back out and power down the radio, and we're going to navigate to the computer next. Hey YouTube, welcome back. Apologies, I've had multiple attempts trying to record this screen, do a screen share for you. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually go to this web page, and you can get there by going to icomamerica.com. Icom America, already filled out for me. Go up under amateur, and then choose handheld, then ID52A pre-release, and you want to choose firmware software. Okay, and you select the CS52. You'll do the checkbox, you read the instructions, and you'll download the file. Okay. Once it's downloaded, you're going to just go to say open file, and you want to extract those. So select a destination, extract files. I'm going to keep it into the download folder for now, and then choose setup.exe. Okay, so I've already installed it, so you'll just go follow through the prompts. All right. So then the first time you open up the software, you'll pop up the screen, and if you had a USB cable connected to it, but since we're using an SD card, we're going to start with that. Okay. Now, since I've already done this, I'm not going to repeat everything, but I'm going to show you where to go and what you'll just need to fill out. So you'll go to open for MicroSD, and you will see that it's going to navigate through the locations on your folder. So when you first set it up, your settings are going to all exist on your drive. So you're going to go into ID52 and then setting. All right. And then you'll have your initial setup here. And just to go back on a side note, on the radio, you should first program the clock. I may repeat that later on, but you'll need to set the date and time. I'll show you how to do that later on in the video as well. So hit OK. All right, now the software is opened, and you can look into the digital settings, and you would see things for your call sign. You can see the repeater list, and all of this is for at the moment cleared, but I'm going to open a recent setting file, and I'll have everything all filled out. So first thing you'll want to do is enter in your name and your call sign under digital, and your repeater list will be saved USA West through Africa. You can set skip levels for all of these right here. I'm going to just leave those on for now. So those are all programmed into the radio. And then I added some memories here. So I added a hotspot, my Zoom spot, with its frequency. I'm actually running two. So usually you would put your call letters and B in here. This is defaulted to G. But basically, when you go in there and add a new memory, you can set the settings for DV repeater, DV simplex, FM repeater, FM simplex, the name of what do you want it to show in the memory. Some of these are required for DV, some of them are not. And then I also created the group here for locals for my FM repeaters. And I just added that and put in the operating frequency, the offset, and the tone. So you would just fill all these, fill out that information. That's how you manually do it. There's some additional software that you can go in and use the RT system software if you wanted to just grab a whole bunch of repeaters. But I like to find the local ones that are active and the ones that I'm working on, and just use the software to manually program. There's several ways that you can program the radio, but this is what I've found to be the most efficient for my use case. The last thing you want to do is you want to make sure you enter in your call sign, and if you want to put a transmission message on there that shows up on your call sign or through your when you send out a message over D-Star, you can say add a message to say hello or say 7.3s. But that is the basics of getting this on there. And then what you want to do is you want to make sure you save your settings that you've made, that you've recorded onto your SD card, and make sure that those get saved. I save it in the settings on the SD card, and I will also make sure I have it saved. I just got it right now saved on this desktop, but make sure that you have it saved somewhere locally on your computer. That's all I had for now, but we'll go ahead and go back to the radio, and I'll show you a few things. I've already recorded all that footage because my original capture footage got erased. And we're back. Got the SD card and plugging in the radio. There are two things that I failed to mention. One of the first things you should do when you first power on your radio is make sure that you set the date and time. It's in the menu settings, and go to our settings. We're going to go to time set, and I don't have a good I don't have a good GPS signal here, so I'm just going to go ahead and set it set it manually. And the current is actually, the time has moved. It's past midnight, and it is currently oh cool, you can adjust the time that way. Alright, so it's about 9 minutes after midnight, and so if it comes across there, so now we're going to go back and we're going to load our settings from the SD card. So this is the one that I had saved. Let me go ahead and save all settings. Skip allows you to skip from doing some of those different countries that were showing up on there, all the different things that are programmed into the radio. So we are now loading the SD screen, and it should tell us to reboot the radio here in just a second. Alright, so complete reboot the ID52. Power it back on. Alright, and to access DR mode, just hold down DR, and we have our Sony Mountain repeater programmed and our Zoom spot programmed. So I'm going to do a quick test. Radio check W4ALQ. I don't have a very good signal, but that actually works better than how my 51 works. So I got a decent signal out there. Okay, here we are. We're back at the radio again. I got my call sign plugged back into the radio, and apologize for the beeps that are coming across the laptop there. But now we are programmed, so I'm going to go back into DR mode. And change the, so we're going to do a radio check again on FM. Radio check W4ALQ. I apologize for all the static on there. The radio is also recording. So now I'm going to go back here and I'm going to see if I can get this connected to my Zoom spot. So I'm going to go ahead and choose a reflector. I'm going to say link to reflector, direct input. My last change was changed, so we're going to go ahead and do that again. Link to reflector 001 Charlie. And we are now linked. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to tell
on here, but this is got PyStar running up on this laptop. I apologize, it's real small, you probably won't be able to see it. I'm going to do a quick echo test and you'll see this change to red real quick. Radio check W4ALQ echo test.
Radio check W4ALQ echo test.
So there's that. I just listened to myself talk, and let's see if we can make a general call out here. This is W4ALQ. Anyone standing by for a radio check?
W4ALQ. This is ZL2 Golf Juliet, New Zealand. Good copy.
Zulu L to Golf Juliet. This is W4ALQ. Just testing out my new ID52. With your permission, recording a YouTube video right now.
Very good, very good. No problems here in New Zealand. Personal this way is Gary, so you're coming in loud clear. Jason. So I'll leave you to it and let you know. Okay, this way.
Copy. Thank you very much. And do you have your clearance for to be on YouTube?
I'm on QRZ, and I am there as well. I'll put you in my logbook as well. Back to you.
Okay, copy. Yeah, I'm recording a video right now that I'm going to post up on YouTube. So we just wanted to get permission before I posted it up online.
Yeah, no problems. Go ahead.
Copy, thanks. I'm going to go ahead and go 7.3. I appreciate the callback. I'm just testing out this new ID52. So it looks like a great little radio. 7.3 W4ALQ, clear. All right, and this is the PyStar. It's running PyStar. It's running through a Zoom spot that I have on the other side of the room here, and you can see the call letters and everything. So anyway, that's basically the real quick on how to get frequencies programmed into your ID52, and it's very similar with many other Icom radios, including the 705, the 9700, the ID51, the 4100, and the 5100. I know they all use basically, it's very similar software on the interface, and everything works great. So 7.3, hope you guys have a great day, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial.